Alright guys, here with the Align TREX 150, doing some upgrades today. Just got done installing a new motor. We got a frame reinforcement. Talk more about those here in a minute. I had a bad crash, took out a lot of stuff in the helicopter, including this servo gear. We took out a tooth there and stripped the servo. So I was thinking about getting new plastic servo gears and replacing them. But figured it'd probably happen again, and I don't really like working on these. I was thinking about doing the servo saver mod. You take your control arm here and you just put a little slice, a few millimeters halfway down. Don't cut it all the way in half, but then you put a piece of heat shrink or an O-ring to kind of hold it on a little bit better and reinstall it on your servo. Fortunately for me, it's too late. I thought about it for too long, and now I'm paying the price. So I ordered these metal servo gears, so hopefully I never have to deal with these again. And they are really easy to install. Just remove your 4 screws on the bottom. I've already done that. Move your control arm on the top. Pop your housing off. Now you got your gear assembly. I'm going to be saving this gear right here and this little white plastic piece on the bottom of this gear here. I found the easiest way on replacing these gears, just take everything off, line it up smallest to biggest, and that's kind of how it goes. What we're going to do is we're going to pop this little piece off just by pulling on it. There's a little flat piece that I'm going to line up with the key. There's a little key on the top here. And once we get these lined up, I can just press them together. And then we can start by installing the rest of the gears here. First I'm going to put this one on, like so. I'm going to use the plastic piece, like so. And then we got this piece. Now you want to line the key up so it is facing on this side. And the easiest way that I found to do this is just lift this servo gear up a little bit, slide this one into place, lift this one up just a little bit, and then everything goes right in place. Now once I make sure that my keys are lined up, I can go ahead and just pop it into place. Just push down a little bit, and there you go. Your metal gears are now installed. One other thing you'll have to do, which I've already done this just to save time on the video, is there's a white plastic piece inside there. You're going to have to take it out. I just pop it out with a little screwdriver, real easy. Ream out the inside just a little bit, just enough so that it fits right on there, and it'll just spin a little bit. If you don't do that, you'll have problems putting this housing back on here. But I'm going to take it out back and spray some white lithium grease on here before I button it up. But it's that simple. And then put your screws in, your control arm back on the top. Now the motor I ordered, it's a 9,000 kV. The stock motor is an 8,200 kV. This motor does weigh a half a gram more It's got some cool little air cooling ducts in the top there, and I haven't flight tested it yet, but it does look promising. Installs a breeze. Frame reinforcement, help keep the frame strong, protect the main gear, and I always have a problem with the wires getting chewed up in the main gear, so hopefully this will help me out in that aspect. You know, like I said, I really tore this thing up in the last crash, so I'm just trying to build it a little bit bigger. Well, not bigger, I could just say better than what it was, or stronger at least, is what I'm looking for. Tail motor, I ended up replacing this one with a new one. The last one I bent the shaft and it was rendered unusable. Couldn't find a replacement shaft for the motor, so I bought a new one and installed it, and I was messing around with the old motor. I decided to take it apart and see what I could do, if there was any way I could possibly fix it, and I did find that a feathering shaft from an MCPX, the version 1, not the MCPX brushless, but the version 1 MCPX feathering shaft will fit on here. It's the same diameter, it's the same length. Only difference is TREX has tapered the shaft just a little bit, so the only thing you'll have to do is just remount your prop on the tail just a tad to get it to slide on there. Other than that, it's like a $5 part versus a $30 motor, I think. So one other little tip there before I go. I ordered all these parts from overseas, the motor, the frame reinforcement, and the metal servo gears. It took about 2 weeks to get here. Wasn't bad. After doing everything, I think it's well worth it, and I hope you guys like it.